Just look at the feet of people like LeBron James, Shaq, Usain Bolt, and other top athletes at the peak of their respective fields. Ballerinas, football, soccer, baseball players, and more. All with destroyed feet from years of training and performing in less than ideal footwear. But the true biggest threat to their health was actually right under their nose the whole time. Or, well, feet in this case. Shoes have evolved over thousands of years, if you can believe it, but not necessarily in a positive or beneficial manner. Most modern shoes, despite all of their technology and the research that went into developing them, are worse for people now than they were in ancient times. This is the disturbing dark history of the shoe industry. If you can believe it, humans didn't use any kind of shoes for a very long time. They relied on their bare feet, using them as sensors that detected a variety of environmental factors that determined their survival. Heat, cold, dangerous terrain, and even vibrations that could potentially signal animals for them to hunt or approaching danger. Because the small pockets of humanity that existed settled and lived in small areas, they didn't need to do much in terms of travel either. However, things changed over time. As environments changed and food sources migrated, early humans were forced to move as well, sometimes over great distances. The extended travel combined with sharp, slippery, and difficult-to-navigate terrain led to the need for foot protection. Obviously, these nomadic humans didn't immediately jump to the highly engineered shoes we have today. They just needed foot protection, and that's really all their shoes were at the time. Thin leather bags secured with strings and leather cord, loose-fitting sandals made of flexible materials, and other types of early shoes have been found in various places all over the world. Some date back to around 8000 BC, but it's believed that the concept of shoes was invented long before that, around 40,000 BC. These shoes protected the wearer from the elements while maintaining their natural function, and that was enough. And then, fashion happened. Long, curled toe boxes became trendy in the Middle East, and that practice eventually made its way to Europe in the 18th and 19th centuries. Foot binding somehow became popular during the Five Dynasties period in China. And then, perhaps worst of all, there was the creation of the high heel, which was almost exclusively associated with men in the beginning. Funny how things change, isn't it? Over time, the human foot's ability to spread, grip, absorb impact, and maintain balance naturally went out the window in favor of shoes that had a specific look, and things only got worse from there. By the time the 1960s rolled around, constrictive yet sharp-looking dress shoes with pointed toe boxes and small heel raises became the norm for men, and women almost exclusively wore high heels. And then, an uptick in running as exercise led to the development of specialized running shoes, which made a number of modifications to make the experience more pleasant for people who were not accustomed to the kind of strain extensive running puts on their feet. The man who went on to co-found Nike, Bill Bowerman, deduced that people were used to the heel lifts in dress shoes, so running shoes should also have that to prevent discomfort. This created one issue after another, and before long, running shoe designs were a mess of additions that addressed problems only to create more. Heel counters, insoles, excessive padding, and other innovations became the norm, and people eventually got used to these shoes and how they changed our feet. In the intervening decades, similar advancements in athletic footwear have caused the deformed feet you saw at the beginning of the video. But if you forgot, here is a reminder of their appearance. Do they look healthy to you? However, not every star athlete has been subjected to the curse of athletic shoes. Abebe Bikila was an Ethiopian marathon runner who won a gold medal in the 1960 Rome Olympics. Zola Bud was a South African athlete who broke the world record for the 5,000 meters in 1985. Eusebio, Pele, and Zidane are all world-renowned soccer players. Every single one of these people is known for either training or participating in their sport barefoot. Whether that was because of a lack of financial resources that made them go without shoes in the case of Pele during his childhood, or because of the known benefits and performance-increasing attributes of barefoot training, being barefoot has helped each of them reach peak levels of performance. And they certainly aren't alone. The list of people who achieve incredible feats, pardon the pun, by being barefoot goes on and on. The book Born to Run by Christopher McDougall even delves into the barefoot running secrets of the Tarahumara Indians of Mexico's Copper Canyons, using that information to advocate for barefoot or minimalist footwear running. The late, great Kobe Bryant was known for using minimalist shoes to improve his abilities. Even Hall of Famer Mike Ditka encouraged other football players to practice barefoot. As you can probably tell by now, being barefoot is not just a fad. Studies have been conducted that show how our biomechanics are negatively affected by the overly cushioned soles of modern running shoes, which change our running patterns to land on our heels rather than our toes, ignoring the natural, springy abilities of the arches of our feet. Other studies have shown how those same biomechanics are improved by barefoot running, recalibrating our running patterns and facilitating healthier movement overall. With all of the information we have at our fingertips and the billions of dollars that have been spent on research and development, you would think that modern shoes would actually be, good for us. That's unfortunately not the case in most situations, though. Who could have known that we nailed the concept of what shoes should be all the way back in 8000 BC? Runners Athletics, Barefoot and Bold. Check out our website at the link below and subscribe to the channel for more informative content just like this.